As I walk through Manitou, I find myself thinking, that's where Nellie lived with her husband Wes when she was first married. That's where she attended the Methodist church. That's the location of their house where she wrote her first 2 books and entertained her friends. That's the location of the first town hall, where she gave a community recital in 1910, and where she campaigned tirelessly for the Liberals, who had promised the vote for women, making it possible that, in 1916, women in Manitoba were the first in Canada to gain the vote. Looking back, I see that Nellie McClung has almost always had a presence in my life. I grew up south of Manitou in the community of Kalida. In the one-room country school I attended as a child, the teacher would read to the whole class every day after noon hour. One year, a teacher not only read Nellie's most famous book, Sowing Seeds in Danny, to us, she also explained who Nellie McClung was. Later, as a 22-year-old, I began teaching in the newly opened Nellie McClung Collegiate in Manitou. The school board had had the foresight to name the school after Manitou's most famous person, though I must admit that in the late 50s and early 1960s, very little was heard about Nellie McClung. It seemed that everyone had a notion that she was important, but few people actually understood why. For many years, when I was teaching grade 11 history, I would take my class to a wonderful museum outside Manitou, where the owner, Mr. Wallcraft, had salvaged 2 houses in which Nellie had lived, and he would tell us wonderful little stories about remembering Nellie McClung visiting his mother when he was a child. Some years later, several things happened that thrust me further into Nellie's story. First of all, our community of Manitou and the surrounding area did some serious goal setting, and I was part of the newly formed Action Committee. We recognized that we hadn't been paying enough attention to our heritage. I found myself forming a committee to have a bust of Nellie McClung erected in front of our historic opera house. About the same time, I was asked to join the Nellie McClung Foundation, being established in Winnipeg, whose goal was to place a statue of Nellie McClung and the other members of the famous 5 on the grounds of the Manitoba legislature. I became the historian of the foundation. Throughout the years, I've been astounded at Nellie's seemingly endless energy and her commitment and dedication to improving the lives not only of women and children, but the lives of people who did not have a voice of their own. Nellie didn't just get us the vote. She showed what can happen when people really care and when they work together to bring about change. To me, her greatest contribution is that she taught us we can make a difference.